Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grid Tonight, your weekly motorsports news program. I'm Kobe Lambert from the Podium Finish. We encourage our viewers out there to share your questions and comments in the chat room below. Tonight, we had some silly season news emerging from NASCAR. Matt White's here with his weekly Grid War Motorsport League update, and a big-time dirt racing star is making his NASCAR debut. First, let's kick off with a piece of NASCAR silly season news. There's been a lot of speculation about Kurt Busch's future in NASCAR. At the end of the 2020 season, his contract with Chip Ganassi Racing expires. Last weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Jordan Bianchi from The Athletic reported that 2311 Racing is planning to expand to a two-car cup program in 2022, with Kurt Busch being the leading candidate for that second seat at 2311. Bianchi says adding a second car would not impact Bubba Wallace's future with the organization because he will return to the seat of the number 23 Toyota Camry next season. For a brand new cup team like 2311 Racing, having a veteran driver like Kurt Busch join the program might be really beneficial for 2311, looking at it long term. And it's not really surprising for a new team like 2311 Racing. Bubba Wallace experiencing some growing pains like we've seen this season. They've had some good runs going at various points. Then something happens during the race that prevents Bubba and the team from getting the finish that they should have gotten. Being in an alliance with Joe Gibbs Racing and TRD, we know there's a lot of pressure on that team to be competitive, fighting for race wins, and eventually fighting for NASCAR Cup Series championships as well. However, no matter how good of a team or manufacturer they're aligned with, you have to give them time to grow and get better instead of just saying it's a fifth Gibbs car, so it should match what co-owner of 2311 Racing Denny Hamlin is doing in his number 11 Toyota Camry. If the athletic story comes true, Kurt Busch could really take this young organization co-owned by Hamlin and basketball GOAT Michael Jordan to the next level. Kurt Busch has a history of going to cup teams in the past and leaving them in better shape after his departure. However, the 2021 season at Chip Ganassi Racing hasn't exactly gone to plan. Kurt joined CGR in 2019 and consistently finished inside the top 10 his first two seasons with the organization. In the second race of the season, he finished fourth at the Daytona Road Course several months ago. Then the very next week at Homestead Miami Speedway, he finished eighth. That was the last time Kurt Busch scored a top 10 finish this season. In last weekend's Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, it was a night to forget for Chip Ganassi Racing. Kurt and teammate Ross Chastain both had mechanical issues, putting them at the back of the finishing order 37th and 38th. With Ganassi taking a step back in terms of performance, could grass be greener on the other side for Kurt Busch? So something there for all of our viewers to think about. The year 2001, Kurt Busch started off his full-time Cup career with Roush Fenway Racing, winning the 2004 Cup title with the team, then moved to Team Penske in 2006 before departing at the end of the 2011 season. At the start of the 2012 season, he joined a small underfunded team called Phoenix Racing, where he experienced a lot of growing pains and frustrations, but he did have some good runs during the season. Kurt ran extremely well at Sonoma, impressing a lot of people, taking underfunded equipment to a third place result. He also had some fun at one of the Talladega races that year, running a Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights me paint scheme with the Cougar on it. Before the 2012 season ended, Kurt joined Furniture Road Racing. He only spent a single full season with Barney Visser's operation, but that year really helped that program improve its performance, setting him up for an eventual championship run a few years later with Martin Truex Jr. 2014 to 2018, Kurt raced for Stewart Haas Racing, won several races, including the 2017 Daytona 500, and then 2018 moved over to Chip Ganassi Racing. In his third season with the team now, he has two wins in that number one Chevrolet at a pair of mile-and-a-half tracks, Kentucky and Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Overall, at the moment, Kurt Busch has one Cup title and 32 Cup victories on his resume. His years of experience and knowledge will be extremely beneficial for 2311 as they continue learning and growing as an organization. Plus, Bubba Wallace would have a teammate who's been there, done that, understands what it means to build a program and perform under pressure when the spotlight is all on you. Bubba could learn a lot from a more experienced teammate like Kurt Busch, which can help the driver at number 23 Toyota Camry reach his full potential. At 42 years old, there's no telling how much longer Kurt Busch will remain a full-time driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. Busch said there's a clause in his contract that prevents him from discussing future contracts until this summertime. Jordan Bianchi from The Athletic discovered that the clause in Kurt's contract ends in early June, and it's early June right now, so we'll have to see what happens. And let us know down in the comment section below if 2311 Racing expands to a two-car operation. Who do you want to see as Bubba Wallace's teammate, Kurt Busch, or someone entirely different? Now, here's Matt White with the Great War Motorsport League update.
Hi everybody, Matt White here from the Grid World Motorsport League, week 15 of the Grid World Motorsport League, and here is your brand new top 10 with major shuffling going on this week. We have a new leader, the third in 3 different weeks. He came 5th in 2019, he came 8th last year in 2020. The World Superbike Championship leader and champion currently, Jonathan Rea, is now top of the Grid WML for this week 15. He's jumped over Max Verstappen, and he is now second. Max can go back to the top of the standings this week if he wins in Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If Lewis Hamilton wins, he won't clear Jonathan Rea's score, so it's between those two going into this weekend. We have another new re-entry down there in 9th position, Fabio Quartararo, the winner of Italian Grand Prix for MotoGP this weekend. And on that note, we have a week here on the Grid Network, send our condolences to the family of Jason Tapasqua, who died on Sunday after that terrible accident in the Moto3 qualifying at the weekend. 7 of the 10 in the Grid World Motorsport League top 10 are in action this coming weekend, because we've got MotoGP again at Catalunya, the Grand Prix for Formula 1 in Baku, WRC is back in Sardinia as well, so plenty of stuff going on this weekend. And one big one that we'll be keeping an eye on, the Nürburgring, 24 hours on the Nordschleife this weekend, and of course rain is forecast, so keep an eye out on that one. Kyle Larson, one of the big winners at the weekend in the Coke 600, he is 94th currently in the Grid WML standings, so going pretty well. And of course the big winner of the weekend at the Brickyard, Helio Castro Neves, his 4th Indy 500 victory, and what a great moment of sport that was. He's only had 2 races this year, he's won both of them, so he's not quite eligible for the Grid WML yet, but expect his name to feature after the Watkins Glen IMSA race, which I believe is his next scheduled run in the car. So we'll wait and see how he stacks up once he gets eligible for scoring. But congratulations to Helio and the whole of that Mike Shank team for their big victory at the Brickyard on Sunday. We'll be back next week with another update, and as I said, with 7 of the top 10 in the current top 10 in action this weekend, we can see plenty of shuffling. We'll give you an update on the Twitter on Monday. That's grid_WML. The video update on the Grid Network next week.
10-time World of Outlaws Sprint Car champion Donnie Schatz will make his NASCAR debut next month in the inaugural Camping World Truck Series race on the dirt at Knoxville Raceway, driving a number 17 Ford F-150 for David Gilliland Racing with sponsorship from Little Giant. Schatz currently drives the number 15 Sprint Car for Tony Stewart in the World of Outlaws. He has a lot of experience and success at Knoxville Raceway, 27 wins, including 10 victories in the crown jewel dirt racing event, the Knoxville Nationals. He currently has a total of 299 wins in the World of Outlaws, searching for that milestone 300 win, which will surely happen at some point before the 2021 season ends. And that concludes another episode of Grit Tonight. Please like and subscribe to Grit Network here on YouTube. We definitely encourage you to visit our Patreon page and invest in Grit Network. Really appreciate Colin, Mark, and Shell for supporting our programs. We're very grateful for all of your support and everything that you've done to keep Grit Network on the air and help us grow moving forward. Be sure to check out Pawbless to get your furry family members something special. They have dog leashes, clothing, and accessories for dogs of all sizes, and 10% of your purchase goes towards helping homeless, sick, and rescue dogs. On Thursday, we have a new episode of the Women Racing to Win. If you missed the latest episode of Life on the Grid, it debuted last Friday evening. IndyCar Radio's Ryan Marine was our guest. We had a wonderful conversation talking about IndyCar and sports car racing. Give a listen to IndyCar Radio when the series returns to action on June 12th and June 13th on the streets of Belle Isle in Detroit. I'm Kobe Lambert from the Podium Finish. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.